One, two, three. All right, and we are live. So, hey guys, how's it going? I'm Shockwave984, and today is going to be a big collection, and it is going to be our entire 4K movie collection as it stands right now. It has grown quite a bit, and I did mention I wanted to do this one. I actually wanted to do this one for a while, but we didn't have a heck of a lot. And then there was especially like older films and stuff that were coming out, and I wanted to pick those up. Other big box sets. Of course, you got the DCEU, MCU films, other big collections, and studio titles. And yeah, so with that, I'm Shockwave984. Today is going to be our here's my introduction now. Our entire 4K movie collection as it stands right now. It looks like everything's pretty clear. Maybe a little bit of a delay. All right, so where to start? So everything is to the right. I got a lot of stuff here. So let's start with the let's start with all the comic book stuff. So let's do the DC films. So first up, we have the first Tim Burton movie, Batman, Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. Next up, we have Batman Returns. Batman Forever. And Batman and Robin. Now, these four Blu-rays, or 4Ks actually, you do get the Blu-rays too, are great. Very, very good. Got these when they were on sale. I think you can still get these in store. They were mostly at Best Buy. I think Target had them too. They can get them on Amazon as far as I know. And yeah, there is like a Steelbook set that you can get. Or, well, actually now I'm not sure if it's still in print, to be honest. Because that was quite a while ago, now I think about it. So yeah, if you can find that box set, the Steelbooks look really nice. The only thing is, with that set, you only get the 4K disc. You don't get the Blu-ray, which has pretty much all the extras on it. I think there's a couple on the 4K disc. But yeah, you definitely want to get the regular remastered Blu-ray as well with it. That way you get all the cool extras, because there is a lot. Alright. And of course I got my water next to me, just in case. Alright, next up is another Batman film. We have The Dark Knight. This is the only one out of the three, out of Begins and Rises, that we have on 4K. And it is excellent. Looks great, sounds great. Even the regular Blu-ray, you're set. The 4K just ups the ante even more. This is one of my favorite films. This is just incredible. Christian Bale, of course, and Heath Ledger as a Joker. What a performance, man. May he rest in peace. And yeah, Dark Knight, really, really good. I hear the other two films look pretty decent as well on 4K. I think they're more like hit and misses. But definitely The Dark Knight looks great. Alright, so yeah, I'm just mostly going to show them and talk about them, not really unbox them, because it would take forever. It would take a very long time. And, alright. Because I have thought about it, I was like, let's just show them and talk about it. And, okay, next up is Joker with Joaquin Phoenix and Robert De Niro. Excellent movie. We also have the Target exclusive regular Blu-ray, which has, it's like him standing in front of like there's flames in the background. It's really cool. It's a nice cover. And eventually, and now there was a 4K steelbook and I think a regular one that sold out really fast, but Target reissued it, so I actually went back and got it. It was just before the end of the year last year, and yeah, it was really good. So Joker looks great on Blu-ray. We saw this in theater. Awesome. Okay, what's next? Okay, so now we're entering the DCEU films. So we have Man of Steel on 4K and plus the regular Blu-ray edition. This is like a re-release. It has a nice shiny cover because the other one, I think the HDR logos looks a little different, or it doesn't have this Doesn't have the band on it. It says Man of Steel. There you see the shiny cover. And with a lot of these 4Ks, you know, some look way better than others. Some have better picture but not good sound, or good sound but not better picture. And then some, of course, have both. And yeah, Man of Steel looks good. Yeah, because 4K is, you know, you still got a lot of them that it just seems like they're just getting a little upgrade. Have you seen 1988 Anime movie Akira, 1980 Spriggan Final Destination film? Oh! That's a good question. I'll answer it at the end. Yeah, because at the end I'm going to answer all the questions and stuff. So feel free, leave questions and all that stuff. I'll get to it. All right, next up is Justice League. This is the comic book style steelbook, which looks really nice. I'll go ahead and show that for you guys, because it is really cool. Yeah, I found this 4K for really, really cheap. Couldn't believe it. I think it was like under $10 at Half Price Books. I actually found this used again, I think for like $13 at another place. So yeah, looks good on 4K. Are you guys going to see the new version on HBO Max? We don't have Max yet. You know, we're just still kind of deciding about it. But yeah, let me know. What do you guys think? Are you guys going to check out the Snyder Cut? All right, next up is Suicide Squad. So yeah, we are skipping one, which is Batman v Superman. We don't have that on 4K yet. This I still have it in the plastic just to help protect it, because that's how I got it. Might as well keep it on there. And this does have the extended also, and that is a steelbook. Next up is Wonder Woman. Looks really good in 4K. Have you guys seen the new film, 1984? Feel free to let me know what you guys think. What you guys thought of that. And after that is Aquaman. Remember seeing this in theater. Really cool. Love the effects on this, especially the water, you know, being underwater and all that. Looked really good. And translates well onto 4K. Looks excellent. Next up is Shazam. I still do have like a lot of the backings on here just to help protect them. The Bolt Steelbook. This was cool. This was a fun movie. Really nice. Didn't see this one in theater. Saw it later. But still, really good. Shazam. Looks good on 4K. And last up for the DCEU films, we have Birds of Prey. The regular edition's got like a bunch of sparkles on it. Looks pretty cool. And then the Steelbook. Birds of Prey, with Harley Quinn and stuff. Looks nice. Looks good on Blu-ray. 4K as well. Yeah, looks really good. Not sure if you can get the Steelbook new anymore. Might be kind of expensive now. Yeah. Alright, so that does it for the DCEU films. And now let's see the... let's look at the non-MCU films. So we have Ang Lee's Hulk. And this looks fantastic at 4K. They did a really good job with this. You know, this is like the older film that came out. This has, who is this? Is it Kenneth Branagh? I think, yeah. And Nick Nolte, Jennifer Connelly. Yeah, this looks really, really good in 4K. Highly recommend this one. There's also a, I think it's a Zavi box set where you get this one and the Incredible Hulk. And these really nice steelbooks. I'm thinking of maybe picking it up. It looks really, really cool. Next up, we have Logan. This is the 4K steelbook. Really, really cool. I was on the lookout for this. Happened to find it secondhand for pretty cheap. Awesome film. Logan is great. Love what they did with his character. Awesome. Looks excellent in 4K too. There's also a black and white version too. That Steelbook doesn't have the black and white version. Don't think it does, unless it's all on the 4K disc. This is just what it looks like on the inside. Let's see some of the artwork. Okay. Next up, we have the first 5 Spider-Man films. So we have the Sam Raimi trilogy, and then we have the Amazing movies in this really nice box set. You have this slipcase with the 2 steelbooks for all the films. Looks really, really good. How do they look in 4K, especially the older ones? They look great. I think they did a pretty good job. The effects, I mean, yeah, the effects kind of look, some of them look kind of wonky. That might be just due to, maybe like age over time and all that. But others look really good. And then the Amazing films look good too. Those were years later. So in a way, they might kind of look better because of the newer quality and stuff. This one, I'm not sure if you can still get this. If you are going to look for it, check online or anything like that. This is a 4K one. I'm not sure if there was a regular Blu-ray one in steelbook form. Not that I recall. There are like these digipacks where the discs are in sleeves that are both Blu-ray and 4K. So yeah, you might be able to find those. And then these are the 2 steelbooks. Really nice. Okay, let's keep going here. Next up, we have both of the Deadpool movies. So first up is the Deadpool Steelbook. This is a 4K. For the first film, starring Ryan Reynolds as the Merc with the mouth. Really, really cool. This movie is just funny as heck. It's still really good. And then the 2 movie pack. Yeah, the complete collection for now, as it says. And then you just get the 2 like that. Yeah. So Deadpool. I think you can still get the 2 movie set. This steelbook might not be in print anymore, not sure. Definitely keep a lookout though. I have found this used a couple of times, including like the one for Deadpool 2, the all red steelbook. Yeah. Okay. And next up we have Into the Spider-Verse. This is an awesome film. Love what they did with this. It's pretty much like a big, you could look at it as a motion comic film, but it's just, the animation is so well done. Really, really good. I think this is still getting a sequel. But yeah, quality in 4K, excellent. I did miss out on the steelbook, but eventually it got re-released along with Far From Home, and I eventually picked those up. So yeah, I might show those one day. Into the Spider-Verse. And then we have Venom, starring Tom Hardy. It's a really cool cover. We also have the Pop Art Steelbook, which is the regular Blu-ray. Here's the back of it. Awesome film. I think there's going to be a sequel. Or there's supposed to be a film with, what is it, Morbius, the Living Vampire? Yeah. Not sure if that's still, coming out with everything going on, but yeah. Okay, and then next up we have Dark Phoenix. This is the last X-Men film. Well, there is another film that came out after this. So this is the Target exclusive with custom artwork. And this one is the Steelbook with also some custom artwork on the inside, I think. Yeah, it looks really nice. Really good. There's also a Walmart edition, which is on 4K also, I believe. And it has like these cards that form like a poster. It looks really cool. I'm on the lookout for it. I think it'd be a nice set to have, and then maybe I'll hang up the cards as like a poster. Yeah. Okay, and then next up, or excuse me, last up for the non MCU films, we have the New Mutants. This is the limited edition steelbook. This has a very creepy kind of cover to it. I mean, look at that. That's almost reminds me of Hellraiser or Freddy, Nightmare on Freddy or something like that, or Nightmare on Elm Street with Freddy Krueger. Here's the back of it. Yeah, based on the Marvel comics. So I think this was the last one that was released by Fox, because I think this is the one that they were working on. Because I don't think this is a Marvel film. Not that or like a part of the MCU. Yeah. And yeah, the New Mutants. There is a regular 4K edition. Looks good. Sounds good. Okay. Alright. So now we'll get into the MCU films. Let's get things nice and cleared up here. Let me get some water. Yeah, got it right here. Okay. Alright, so I just put all the movies not exactly in order, just in like different like collections. So I got all the Iron Man films together. Okay, so we have the 4K Steelbook for the first Iron Man film. Then we have Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3. Now the 4Ks for these are very kind of hit and miss. Some of them are DNR'd, which is a digital, what is it, noise reduction, where it's like they take out the grain, like the natural film grain of the film. It looks kind of weird, like it looks too clean. You see the in some scenes. I think it's mostly with Thor. These films, you might notice it a bit too. And then here is a steelbook I found. I think it's a German steelbook. Yeah, I think it's like from Europe. It's really cool. The discs are stacked, so you have the 4Ks on the left and the regular Blu-rays on the right. But it's really nice. Found it for pretty cheap. Alright, so that's Iron Man. Next up is Thor. And here's the first film. That's also the steelbook. These are like the re-release versions. There's Dark World. And then Ragnarok. This took me a while to find with its cover, along with Guardians, what is it, Volume 2? Yeah. Awesome film. Thor films are great. So yeah, some of these movies are kind of hit and miss quality-wise, but still, I think it's nice to have the steelbooks. Next is The Incredible Hulk. This is the Edward Norton version. So this is actually part of the MCU. There you see the Marvel Studios logo right there. Alright. Yeah, and this one's good too. Awesome. Quality is great. Just wondering if we're ever going to get another solo Hulk film, but I think there's a thing with the rights. It's like Disney and Marvel don't own it. So, yeah, I think that's the reason why we haven't got another Hulk film, like a solo one. Next up is Captain America. So we have the first Avenger. Steelbook. Also, The Winter Soldier. And Civil War. Okay, all really good. And let's do another 3 here. Next up is Doctor Strange. And yeah, we've done I've done different MCU film videos also with DCEU, so feel free to check those out. Here is Ant-Man, the first movie. And also Ant-Man and the Wasp. Lenticular. Looks really cool. Really like that. You might still be able to find this one new. We do have a steelbook for it. It's like the 3D one. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Then next up is Guardians of the Galaxy. So we have the first film. It's also a steel book. Here is volume 2. This took a long time to find with its cover. I happened to go into Target, and they had. Now this is at the time where they have like the newer releases with like the regular, kind of more, I guess say generic cover. But then this is the one I wanted to look for with the original one. And yeah, they had it brand new. Awesome deal. Also, still comes with the poster. And then we have Black Panther. Chadwick Boseman, you know, may he rest in peace. Or may he rest in peace. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, just awesome job he did. You know, sad to hear what happened. And then here's a newer steelbook that they came out with, because there is another one where it's like he's coming out of a wall or something, a cloud. This looks beautiful. Love this one. Picked it up when it was on sale. Well worth it. And yeah. Alright, there's those. And next up we have the Spider-Man films. And okay, so here is Homecoming. This is the steelbook, which looks really nice. Eventually got this way later at a different Best Buy. It was a lot, or no, not too farther out, but they happen to have it in stock. I think they got reissues, and yeah. Here is Far From Home. This is a basic cover. Looks great. And then they re-released the steelbook, which is right here. Because I missed out on this the day it came out. I actually went to the store to look for this. I was going to get the regular one just in case. And yeah, it was sold out like quickly. There was none left. Yeah, it was pretty fast when it sold out. Alright. So that does it for the Spider-Man movies. Okay. And then let's see what's next. Okay, here we go. Next up is Captain Marvel. Found the regular one. Pretty cheap. There are re-releases, I think, pretty much for all these movies. Here's the steelbook. And the covers are just kind of like, you know, your more basic ones. But I would try and get the original ones. The original covers. Because they just look better. Look cooler. And that's the Target exclusive digibook. Which all of those are nice. Really, really good. Alright, so that's Captain Marvel. And then, let's see. Okay, so now we're going to do all of the Avengers movies. So next up, we have the Avengers. The initial film. Awesome, really fun. Quality on this is amazing. Very, very good. Highly recommend getting this on 4K. Actually, all the Avengers films look good. All the individual movies, you know, they can be hit and miss. Especially like Thor, the first one. That's kind of a big issue version. I think it's the older films. It's kind of like the deal was kind of hit and miss a lot more. But yeah, this is great. Avengers. Then we have Age of Ultron. This is right here. Once again, quality is awesome. And then I actually found the older steelbook that came out at the time. This is really cool. Really nice. Glad I was able to find this. Found it used for a really good deal. Yeah, it doesn't have the backing for it, but still looks great. Alright. So there goes that. And then next up is Infinity War. And here it is. So that's a basic one. You see Thanos and all the Avengers. And then the 4K Steelbook, which I found later, way later. Actually got it secondhand at a, where was this? Half Price Books, which actually I found it again at another Half Price Books. And it was a little bit I think like maybe a couple dollars cheaper than what I got it for, but still got it for a good deal. It wasn't super high, which was good. Considering that this is out of print and stuff, and they sold out really really quickly. All right, and then we have the Target exclusive edition for Infinity War. This is a really nice set. Yeah, I'm just gonna open this up for you guys. This just looks great. Look at all the different artwork. I think this is all promotional artwork that came out for the movie. It was just incredible. Really, really good. And quality on this is amazing. This film is awesome. Just pop this in and enjoy it. Still really, really good. And all right, last up, or getting towards the end here. So next up is Endgame. That's the regular edition that we got at FYE, where you get like a little it's like a mid-size poster card, and it has like the gauntlet, the Iron Man gauntlet, and it's really cool. Here's the steelbook. Now this is different from the one that is in the box set, and I'll show that in a second. Here you have on the inside, you have Robert Downey Jr. and Scarlett Johansson. Because certain things that happen in the movie, especially with those two. And then here is the Target exclusive edition, which once again looks really nice. All right. And that does it for Endgame. Well, all the Avengers films individually. And then we have this really nice box set. And there have been others that come out that are pretty much just like it, or have come out, like, for instance, the Batman, Burton, and Schumacher films. There's also a Rambo set that we have that looks just like this. The Avengers Assembled Complete 4-Movie Collection. Alright, and then, like I mentioned, the Endgame steelbook looks different. This is the A. Alright, and then here is Infinity War. And there. Here is Age of Ultron. So it's kind of similar, just that you don't have the characters on the front. There. And here is the first film. So yeah, really, really nice set. Not sure if you could still get this. Do be careful, because it might be out of print now and pretty expensive. There was that what was it, the $500 box set where you get all of the films, but it looked like they were all in sleeves. It didn't look very good. Like the artwork looked nice and stuff, but the packaging looked very odd. I wonder if they're gonna get another set. I wonder if they're gonna do an all steelbook set, like say something like Harry Potter or what's another one currently out? Oh, Game of Thrones. Yeah, like something like that. So, all right. So that is all of the comic book films. Well, DCEU, non-MCU, and then MCU. All right, and get some water because my voice is starting to go out. That's better. Okay. So now we're going to get into the regular 4K stuff. Alright, so next up is E.T. The Extraterrestrial. We have another Blu-ray of this. We have an older, it's like the 100th anniversary type Blu-rays. There's a bunch of those. Awesome film. I remember growing up with this when it came out. It was everywhere. Of course, you have the infamous game that came out. The AVGN did many videos about it. This film looks amazing in 4K. This is an example of a good job on an older film, how it could possibly look. Really, really good. Excuse me. Next up is one that I actually forgot to show, because I think I couldn't find it where it was. I eventually did with the Planet of the Apes films. This is the only one we have on 4K. That is War for the Planet of the Apes. But I'm glad it's this one because it looks great and sounds great too. Excellent job on this one. Sorry about that, guys. Next up, we have American Psycho. Unrated version. I actually showed this during the one of the horror month videos during October. So yeah, check that out. Christian Bale, awesome in this. Really good film. Very, very out there, kind of trippy. Next up, we have The Doors, the final cut, an Oliver Stone film. This I got for our parents because they love this group. Theatrical cut also included. And yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody, big fan of Queen. Listen to it all the time. Awesome. You see the symbol going in and out. Looks amazing in 4K. Really, really good. Next up is a classic, The Wizard of Oz on 4K. It is the 80th anniversary. This one I definitely remember watching pretty much all the time it was on. There's also a 3D version. There's other steelbooks. There's regular Blu-rays. There's other anniversary sets too. I think it's like the 70th one or 75th, where it's like a big green box. Yeah. Next up is Detective Pikachu. Awesome film. The Pokemon in here look good, and I think it was because I think it was the director? I think they came out and said that they shot it on film, which is really good. That way, because they wanted the creatures to stand out more or like to fit in better, and it worked. It looked really, really good. Hobbs and Shaw's the next one with The Rock and Jason Statham, Idris Elba. Really, really cool. This is the only one of the films that we have on 4K. Also, no, Fast 8. I believe we have Fate of the Furious on 4K. I think I forgot to get that. But yeah. Really good. Okay, next up we have The Patriot with Mel Gibson. Love watching this film. Action in this is great. Love the sound work they did in this. Got like a war type movie. You have like the militia taking on this big army, and yeah, really, really good. Next up is the 20th anniversary of Saving Private Ryan with Tom Hanks, the Steven Spielberg film. Excellent, excellent movie. The final battle scene in this, all of them, excellent, excellent job. It is really fun to watch. It gets loud. All right, next up we have the 45th anniversary limited edition of Jaws. This has been re-released a bunch of times now. Well, this is a limited one. There's also a steelbook, which I think is also limited. There's a basic version now. And then, yeah, I want to say there was like 2 different steelbooks. This is really cool. You get like a booklet, and this is a very, very excellent 4K. Another great example of how much better an older film could look when done right. Looks excellent. Next up is Cloverfield. Great found footage, monster film, giant monsters and stuff. Even little ones too. Love this film. Really, really good. I like the universe too. Just finding out more about it. Like, what the heck was this thing? Where did it come from? All that stuff. Overlord from producer J.J. Abrams. Really good practical effects in this. You have like experimentation going on. I think it's during World War II. I think, yeah. Yeah, this is really good. Next up is one. We don't have the second one. I think it got a 4K also. That is Lara Croft Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie. This is a fun movie. Really, really enjoy this. You know, pop this in, just have a good time. The 4K looks great. Even the regular Blu-ray looks awesome. Because I remember seeing this in theater when it came out, and yeah, just had a lot of fun with it. Tomb Raider, awesome. All right, next up is Kong Skull Island. And yeah, we do have King of the Monsters uh, on 4K as well. You know, that of course ties in with Skull Island and all that. Really good film. I like Kong. All the creatures look good. Can't wait to see him and battle it out. All right, next up is M. Night Shyamalan's Glass. This is a really nice. I believe this was the because I did a video on this. It was it Best Buy? Yeah, I think it was a Best Buy exclusive. Where you get all these different cards with the 3 different characters, and you can like switch it out. Excellent movie. The 4K looks good, sounds good. Just curious as to what's gonna happen after this, especially with the way this ends. So yeah, just curious about it. Next up is Parasite. Winner of 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. I think it deserved it. It was a really, really good film. This is a trippy film, too. You get some messed up stuff in here, like just hear stuff dialogue-wise and things that are happening. Just like, what? You might hear an ice cream truck. All right, this one I found secondhand not too long ago. I Am Legend with Will Smith. Just happened to find it with its cover and everything. Yeah, definitely wanted to get this. And it looks amazing in 4K. They did a really, really good job with this. Love this movie. I thought Will Smith was great. Awesome. And next up is Mad Max, the original film, starring Mel Gibson. There you see him and his Interceptor, the car that he drives. Excellent. Awesome. This is a Kino Lorber release. And yeah, I think they did a very good job with the transfer on this. Really good. Even the regular Blu-ray looks awesome too. I think this is still available. Yeah, I think it's like regularly in stock. All right. And next up for that pile is Blade Runner 2049. This is a beautiful movie. Much like the original Blade Runner, just the scenery alone and all that, it's just amazing. The vehicles are awesome. Costume, practical effects, the sets are great. And yeah, this is really cool. There was also steelbooks for this movie. I think they were 4K. One had who was it? One had Ryan Gosling on it, and the other had Harrison Ford. And I think that was it. I think you had to like collect both. But yeah, definitely recommend this in 4K. Now there is an issue with this. I think even on the regular Blu-ray as well, which we do have, because I found this later used, secondhand. Is that there's supposed to be IMAX scenes, but they didn't incorporate it in either of the releases. For some reason, I know that was a big deal from what I can tell, reading all the articles about it. And yeah, even without those, it still looks great, but I would have loved to have seen that. Hopefully we will one day. Alright, so that does it for that pile. And then next up is a bunch of Star Wars and Disney films. So first up we have The Last Jedi, the Steelbook. Found this used, which only contained the bonus features on the regular Blu-ray and then the 4K. So that way it was really cheap. So yeah, I couldn't pass that up. Really nice. So we don't have Force Awakens yet in 4K, but I think it has a 4K release now. Yeah. because you have the Skywalker Saga box set, and then I think it's individually now. Also, next is The Rise of Skywalker. It's just a regular one. The cover looks nice. Yeah, look at the back of that. That is cool. And then there are two more editions. One I found later. It was on a really good sale. So here is the Steelbook. And the front and the back. And then the Target exclusive edition, which comes out with comes with a book, and it has this really classic looking, almost like poster from like the original films. Really cool. And then there you have the droids, C-3PO, BB-8, and R2-D2. So yeah, I happened to find it for on sale, brand new. All right, so that does it for Star Wars. And then, okay, so now we're getting into the Disney films. Alright, so let me get this plastic off, because I got some of them still on here. Okay. So first up is the Steelbook edition of the animated movie of Mulan. This is a beautiful Steelbook. Really, really awesome. There's the Mushu on the back. And I'll show you guys the front and back together. Like that's her armoring up, getting ready for battle. Love this movie. Really, really good. Still holds up to this day. The 4K looks pretty good. I know some of them, I think it's mostly the hand-drawn ones, tend to be more hit and miss. I think it's a lot of the CG ones that came out later, like the Pixar films that kind of get more of the benefit. But still, this one looks fine. Even the regular Blu-ray looks great. I think it's just the regular standard release one that came out. But yeah, Mulan, highly recommend it. This is that's the backing for it. This is first time on 4K, and it is still currently available. Yeah, so it's not like really sold out or anything. Not that I know of. Now there is a Target exclusive, but I think that's for the live action film, not the animated one. Next up is Toy Story 4. You see Bo Peep, Buzz Lightyear, and Woody. Looks really awesome. And the backing, I don't know if I can take this off. Can I get this off? There's a couple the newer characters. I believe the one on the bike is Keanu Reeves. I think it's Duke Kaboom. Yeah, he was awesome. He was pretty funny. Alright, Toy Story 4, and I think that's it for Toy Story. I've been hearing that it might possibly be doing another one, but after this, even after the third one, when this got announced, it was like, what? Because look at the way that ended. This was okay. Just wondering if... I think that's it. Like, to be honest. Because I don't really see a reason to make another one, to be honest. Yeah. Still, it's alright. And then next up we have Mary Poppins Returns. So this is the pretty much the sequel to the first film, which is years old. But I do remember watching it a lot. On reruns and stuff, and love that movie. We actually do have it. We have a steelbook for it that came out quite a while ago. You see that? That is cool. And this one was alright. You do have, I think, a pretty good cast. So you have, the kids and stuff. They're, grown up and things like that. And I thought the story was pretty nice. Pretty good. Mary Poppins, really good story. Alright, so now we're getting into more of the animated stuff. So, after Toy Story and stuff. So you have Frozen 2. We do have the first one. Just on regular Blu-ray. Don't have it on 4K. Now these, I think all of them have been re-released on 4K now. Some of the older films still haven't, but I think all of the CG ones have been now. I think this one looks good. Really does look good. Next is Onward. This is the Target exclusive edition because of the booklet. There was a steelbook also. Frozen 2 also had a steelbook. But those tend to sell out really, really quickly. So yeah, you gotta really catch those. Alright, next up is Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. We do have the first one just on regular Blu-ray. This was alright, and 4K quality is excellent. Looks really, really good. Like the cover. Angelina Jolie is really great as Maleficent. Awesome. You also have Michelle Pfeiffer, who's kind of like her, like rival in this one. It's pretty cool. They got some great banter back and forth. Next up, we have the Nutcracker and the Four Realms. This one was alright. This came out, I think, quite a while ago now. I think there was a steelbook for it, too. It actually looked really nice. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure what this was. If it was exactly, like the Nutcracker story, or maybe like a different kind of story. It's alright. This is one of my brothers got. Next up is Dumbo. This is part of the line of the live-action remakes that they are doing, or versions. So this is a Tim Burton film. He's the one who did this one. Of course, this is off of Dumbo, which is one of the earliest Disney films. Because I think Snow White was the first one. Yeah. The effects, especially for Dumbo, he looks amazing. He looks really, really good. So 4K quality is really nice. Next up is The Lion King. This was a huge, huge deal when they announced this one. Because just how big the animated film was. Still love that one to this day. Love that. It is really, really good. The live action film, yeah, it's pretty much like just... It's almost if it was done with, real lions and stuff. Like the animation work is incredible. And the landscape, I think they actually went out and filmed stuff. And then they just put the characters there. And it's just amazing the work they did. Quality, excellent. Looks great. Sounds great. Alright, next up is Aladdin. With Will Smith as the genie. Of course, you had Robin Williams, who played that character in the original animated film. May he rest in peace. What an excellent job he did. And Will Smith, honestly, he's fine. He's cool. I thought he was a good choice. The look at stuff, can be hit and miss. It just... There's a lot of things with these live action films. It's kind of like, wait, what? I think that kind of goes with the territory when you're doing... from animation to live action, it could be really, kind of different. So 4K, excellent. And then next up are Mulan, the basic version. This cover looks excellent. I really like the sword right there in the back, which I think is supposed to be the Phoenix. Yeah. And then also the Steelbook edition. Yeah, this looks like watercolor. It's really nice. Let me open this up. Looks really, really good. Quality, pretty good. Yeah, looks great. Sounds great. And yeah, this is the latest to be released as far as the Disney live action films go. I think, didn't they cast Little Mermaid? I think Pinocchio was up on that list also. I think there was another Snow White in the works. Yeah, there's so many of them that they can do. So yeah, just wait on the next one. See what's going to be the next one. Just out of curiosity. All right. So that does it for that row. So now let's go with, let's do another one here. So now we're going to go more into our steelbook sets. Okay. Make sure I don't drop anything here. Alright. That was close. Okay, so first up we have the first two Ghostbusters movies. Happened to find this secondhand. And pretty much brand new condition. No real dents. I mean, you do have some scratches here or there, but other than that, looks great. And then on the inside, they are stacked. So yeah, you do have to be careful. But they are Blu-rays at 4K, so you know they can actually take a lot. The inside is just red. But yeah, these films look great on 4K. You know, look pretty good. Not sure if they actually did like a remaster or anything, or like, you know, full on redo the like shots and stuff, but still looks really good. Not sure if you can get this new anymore. Yeah, that's probably out of print now, I think. Alright. Next up is Jumanji. This is the original one with Robin Williams. Awesome film. I watched this all the time when it was on. And let me open this up. Let me show you guys what it looks like. So it's like it's supposed to be the top of the game case, which I think was an actual game that you could get, you know, like an actual board game. Yeah, it was awesome. Next up is one I showed in the Pirates of the Caribbean video I did. Dead Men Tell No Tales. Awesome steelbook. 4K quality, really good. Even the regular Blu-ray looks awesome. I love the wavy effect of the main antagonist. You know, who's Captain Salazar is looking for Jack Sparrow, just like everybody else is. But yeah, really like that. Next up is the Magnificent Seven. This is the one with Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, and a bunch of other characters, actors, and actresses and stuff. Really, really awesome movie. This looks awesome in 4K. There you see all their different weapons, like what they specialize in. And that's the inside. Yeah, this is one of your like basic kind of steelbooks where the inside is no artwork, but still looks really good. And next up is one that I found recently. Yeah, I got it secondhand. It was I think $9.99 or $8.99. The Fifth Element on 4K, because there is a or there was, not sure if it's still in print, another steelbook that looked just like this, but it was regular Blu-ray, not 4K. That's what I remember seeing. So you had to figure out which one was which. If you find that, you had to make sure you got the right one. And on the inside, there's nothing, but here's the front and back. This is a beautiful steelbook. So glad I was able to find this. There you have Mila Jovovich as Lilu, and Bruce Willis, you know, who's her savior, and that taxi in the bottom. That is awesome. Really love this film. And Chris Tucker is great in this. He is funny as heck. Gary Oldman is a villain and stuff. Alright. Oh, and quality for the 4K, because there have been some things with the Fifth Element about its quality, different Blu-ray releases. There was a regular Blu-ray release. I think that was really good. And then you have the regular 4K, or just a 4K in general, that was really excellent. They really did a good job. Alright. Then we have Hellboy. This is the first one. With Ron Perlman, Guillermo del Toro directing. Awesome, awesome movie. This looks excellent in 4K. My gosh, they did a really, really good job with this. Yeah, very, very good. This you can find, so I got this at Best Buy. You can get this for really cheap. That's how I got it. It was on sale. It goes on sale pretty often. Next up is Us. A very, very creepy movie. Definitely wanted the steelbook for this. This was awesome. Really good film. It is just trippy as heck. Like, what the heck is happening? Like, and then you find out, and then you're just like, wait, what? And let that fly back down. So this is the steelbook. Awesome quality, 4K. Next up is this is an older film with Robert De Niro, Sharon Stone, and Joe Pesci. Casino. See, it is a steelbook version. Love this film. Now I think this was based off a book, or did the book come after? No, yeah, I think it's based off a book. Looks excellent. Looks awesome. And let me show you guys the back. This is really cool. Got their faces on cards. Looks great. Okay, next up is Sonic the Hedgehog. Got the 4K. Awesome. This was a fun movie. Really, really good. And also really good to see Jim Carrey kind of do like things that I guess you could say he used to do. Yeah. Like, you know, Ace Ventura, all that stuff, The Mask. Really, really good. I thought he's a great Robotnik. And in the voice of Sonic. Really good. Love the newer design. Really glad they did that. That's props to them for doing that. Quality on the 4K is excellent. Looks really, really good. Next up is... This is off a comic. And it kind of just came out, I think, kind of out of nowhere. It's Vin Diesel in Bloodshot. Yeah, because Bloodshot is a Vertical? I think it's a Vertigo comic. Yeah. Because I know a little bit about him, a little bit about his character and stuff. And yeah, this was okay. But I just kind of remember, like, wait a minute, they're making a Bloodshot movie? But for what they did, it's alright. And then 4K, awesome. And then, this is a really good one. Definitely glad I found the steelbook for this. It did get re-released a while back. I think shortly after it came out, and then I think it's out of print now. That is the Blu-ray 3D, 4K, and Blu-ray steelbook of Alita Battle Angel. And I think that's the first of its kind. The Blu-ray 3D, 4K, and Blu-ray. All in one set. I think it was. Yeah, it was kind of like a big deal when that came out. Yeah. Very, very nice. There you see one of her hands. And the back has nothing. So, yeah. But definitely wanted to get this. Got lucky enough to find one after work one day. Or work the day of release when it came out. And they had one left. It's a really, really good. Alright, next up is the 98 film. Yeah, I believe it was 98. Of Godzilla. Of course, this is the one with the, that's a lot of fish joke. By Matthew Broderick. And a bunch of other stuff that happened, Godzilla. Also, mini versions of them. And, yeah, this is a really nice steelbook. Also, I like how the eye stands out there. The 4K quality is very, very good. Another one where they did an excellent job with it. And I believe that's like the promotional poster for it. I remember seeing that around a lot. This one and then the eye. Also. Yeah, Blu-ray 4K quality. Excellent. And then next up is King of the Monsters, which is the latest entry for the newer Godzilla film. So we had Godzilla, then Kong, Skull Island, and now this one. Saw this in theater, and wow, it was awesome. Really, really good. There you see Ghidorah. They did an excellent job of him. The monsters in here look great. And you just feel their size, too. Like, they're just giants. Or as they call them in here, titans, pretty much. Yeah. Okay, next up is John Carpenter's Halloween. This is the first film. with Michael Myers. Here you have Jamie Lee Curtis. Awesome. This has a nice slick cover. I did show this along with the next Steelbook during Horror Month, and that is Evil Dead, which also comes with Evil Dead 2. This also has a nice slip cover to it. Awesome. Really, really nice sets. 4Ks on these, not bad. Look really, really good. You do have some shots that look better than others. You know, you're going to encounter that, especially with a lot of 4Ks. Even on Blu-ray, too, going from that from DVD and stuff. Whether it's remaster or not, or upscale. But still, look very, very good. All right. So now we're getting towards the end here. Okay, so what should we show next? Let's I'm trying to think. Okay. All right, so next up is Rambo Last Blood with Sylvester Stallone. So this is the latest entry into the Rambo series of movies, and I believe it's the last one. I mean, even the title, you know, Last Blood, just kind of makes sense. Yeah, this was fun. You know, good to see Stallone back as, you know, John Rambo. I thought that was fun. And then there's also this Steelbook collection. And I did do a video for this where I show all the Rambo films, so feel free to check that out. Or Rambo. And here they all are. So I'll show you guys. Here is Last Blood. And these are very nice and secure. Pretty much like the Avenger set. There is, this is called Rambo, or John Rambo, yeah. Let's see if we can get that out. There it is. Here is Rambo 3. And yeah, it's pretty much like the same kind of release that the Avengers movie had, and even the Batman films did. Here is First Blood Part 2. And then here is First Blood. Really, really good. You're probably going to find all these movies separately a lot. Now, the Steelbook set, I think it's still in print. Just be careful of pricing because it might have gone up. Because it might start getting like, you know, like collectors type prices. But this is a beautiful set. Look at all this artwork. That is amazing. And it goes like, you know, from the beginning, the middle, and the end. Very, very good. Really nice set. Definitely wanted to pick this up when it came out. Okay. So that does it for Rambo. Okay, so now let's go ahead and show some other individual ones, and then I'll show the ones that go together, like either, you know, like two movies in a series, or they just match better. So here is Coming to America, starring Eddie Murphy. Is a newer release. Man, does this look good. I remember watching this all the time when it was on. This movie is hilarious. The cast in this is so freaking funny. It is awesome. Eddie Murphy, of course, he plays like I think like 2 or 3 other characters in like a barbershop and stuff. It's really funny. It's really good. 4K quality, awesome. Really, really good. I think this is still available, and I think there was a basic one. Now, this is only 4K only. It's not a, you don't, there's no regular, I think, Blu-ray for it in like this new edition as of yet, but there might be soon. But yeah, very, very good. Good job to the people who worked on that. Next up is the only Bond film that we have on 4K, Quantum of Solace. Mostly I've been finding this one in Spectre, because I think, what is it? Casino Royale and Oh my gosh, I can't remember the other one. But yeah, I think they're starting to go out of print, possibly. Oh, Skyfall. There you go. But still, this one looks fine. The 4K is all right, but you do get the regular Blu-ray for it, and that is excellent. So yeah, yeah. Even newer movies are susceptible to not being that great on 4K, and it's kind of a shame. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the transfer, how they do it, or yeah. Next up is Interstellar. This is a beautiful film to watch in 4K. Oh my gosh, when they're traveling through space and stuff. Just seeing that, and it's all quiet. Like there's no sound when they go to a scene in space. It is excellent. Very, very good to watch in 4K. Highly recommend this version. The Steelbook can be pretty high, so I get it on sale. There should still be a regular edition as well. Yeah. Next up is one that got a re-release, and it is what was it, the 30th anniversary? I think it was, and I think it's the first time on 4K. Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall. Awesome, awesome film. This is the Steelbook edition. There is a basic one that you can get. And it's actually not that expensive. It's actually pretty cheap. Both versions. Awesome movie. We have this on DVD. But once I heard this announced, yeah, definitely wanted to pick this up. Awesome. And 4K quality looks really good. They did a really good job. You do have some scenes that might not look as good, but that could be just, due to age and stuff, which tends to happen. Next up is another Christopher Nolan film along with Interstellar. We have Tenet. And this was trippy. I've watched it once, and I'm going to go back and check it out again eventually, because I think I got it the first time around, but definitely want to rewatch it. This was fun. Really, really cool. This is the Steelbook. I'm not sure if it's still in print. It might be sold out now, but there is a regular version you can't get. Looks beautiful in 4K. And next up is a movie that won, I think, a few awards for cinematography, and I could definitely see why. 1917. And this movie in general is just amazing. Really, really good story. Excellent job by the actors and actresses. Really, really good. The scope of this is just amazing. So yeah, I can see why they won awards for what they did. Cinematography and all that. Definitely excellent. This got re-released. You can get it for really cheap right now. And next up is a older movie, which got the 4K treatment. And this is another one of my favorite films. Just overall really good. Leon the Professional. Happened to find one left at a one of the local Best Buys in our area. One's a little further out, and there's one that's closer. But really, really good. So glad this got the upgrade, and it is excellent. It looks very, very good. Love the cover on this steelbook. It's just, love that artwork. That just looks amazing the way they did that. So Leon the Professional. If you can find it for a good deal, I'd pick it up. And next up, is another one. Used to watch all the time when it was on. And one of the big things with this is the music. And they did an excellent job with that. Tom Cruise in Top Gun. Awesome, awesome film. And this 4K is beautiful. Looks very, very good. And yeah, like I mentioned, one of the big things with this film was the music. The action with the jets and stuff. Really, really good job on the transfer. Hats off to the people who worked on it. This is Steelbook. There is a regular version as well. Yeah, I think there was 2 Steelbooks. Yeah. But this is a current one. And apparently there's another Top Gun in the works. Yeah, so. I think I remember seeing, what was it, like a teaser trailer for it? Yeah. Next up is Another, I would call this a classic, to be honest. This was, man, amazing to watch. It still is. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And also, you get the regular Blu-ray version, which is already very good. So if you have the older Blu-ray, you're set. You're good to go. But even the 4K edition just somehow makes it even better. They just did an excellent job. Because yeah, that the regular Blu-ray you can find for really cheap. And there's the back of it. Crouching Tiger. But yeah, very, very good. Excellent job on the 4K transfer. All right, so now we are down to the last row. Let me get another drink of water. All right. So next up is two versions of, excuse me, 300. The regular one. This was interesting when this got announced. It's like, wait a minute, they're putting 300? Because this is, like filming a lot of, you got like a lot of green screen and stuff. I think they did a really good job. Very nice. The way it looks and sounds. And then here's the steelbook. Definitely wanted to get one for 300. Just excellent. All right, here is all of it put together. There you see King Leonidas, played by Gerard Butler. Yeah, this film is fun to watch, even still to this day. It is really, really cool. You even got Cersei in here. Yeah, actress for Cersei is in here. All right. Next up is the two new It films. So we have the first one right here. Looks very good in 4K. And then we have the steelbook for It Chapter 2. And I'll open this up. That way you guys can see it. That is cool. Yeah, I got this the day it came out because I had a feeling it would sell out, and I think it did pretty quickly. All right. There's that. Next up are the two Creed movies. So we have Creed 1 and 2. Awesome films. When the boxing matches start, just quality in general is very, very good. I love the way they filmed it. And, sound, like the punches and stuff. The training montage is really, really good. Yeah, just wondering if there's going to be any more to Rocky at all. Like the Rocky series. Just wondering. But, quality on both of them, very good. Okay, then next up are the Terminator films that we have on 4K as of right now. So we have Judgment Day. This one, it's kind of maybe hit and miss. But the 4K, the regular Blu-ray looks excellent though. Yeah, it's alright. Then we have Genesis. Highly recommend this one because you get all of these special features, which is kind of a thing that they did. I don't know why Studio released it. Yeah. Still, really good on 4K. And then we have the latest entry into the Terminator franchise, Dark Fate. This is the steelbook. I'll go ahead and show this one. Yeah, that is really nice. There is a basic version that you can get. Alright, so that's all of Terminator. I don't think the original film... Yeah, I think it's the original film, Rise of the Machines and Salvation. They don't have 4Ks yet. Not that I'm aware of. Maybe in other countries they might. Maybe just not in the States. But yeah, curious to know if those are going to get one too. Yeah. Okay, and then next up we have the Predator 3 movie collection. Now, this one I think is out of print. Because eventually they replaced it with a 4 movie set where you get Predator, Predator 2, you get Predators, which is the one where they're trapped on that like different planet, the hunting planet, pretty much. And then you have, I think it's the newer movie called The Predator, the new film that came out a while back. So that I think it's the current one, the 4 movie set. I really wanted to get this one. And that was before that, but it had already, I think, started to go out of print, I think. Yeah. And quality in all these is really good, especially the first 2 films. They look very, very good. Because there's been a thing with the first Predator film, especially that one. I think even the second one, too, where they did not look very good. There's a version of the first film called, what is it, the Ultimate Hunters Edition. It does not look very good. It looks very, very bad. And that's not 4K. That's a regular Blu-ray. But this, there is a basic 4K edition for the first one. I think there is for the second. And Predator. See, that's the thing. I don't remember if they all have separate releases. I know the first one does. But yeah, really, really good. 4K quality is awesome. Good to see it. And the next one is one that I did a video on with the whole series of movies, and that is the Men in Black trilogy, the 20th anniversary. Awesome set. Love these movies. It's really cool. These are all like thin pack sets. Here, I'll take them out here. But yeah, feel free to check out that video where I show all of them. And 4K quality on these are very good. Love the job they did. Even the regular Blu-rays look really good too. So I think either way, you're golden. But the 4K just ups the ante even better. And then now, as far as like a complete set, I think this is the only one for 4K. That is. There might be one for regular Blu-ray. I think on DVD there is. But yeah, this one awesome. All right, so now we're getting down to the end here. All right, so next up is John Wick. So we have, we show shiny stuff there. So this is the 2 movie collection steelbook that came out first. Here's the back, and I'll show you what it looks like all together. Love the John Wick films, and boy, did they do a good job on these 4Ks. They look very, very good. And with all the weapons and stuff, all the different guns and that John uses, the different weapons and all that, just excellent. You really feel the impact, especially if you have like a surround sound system. Oh man, awesome. And then we had the 3 movie steelbook, which is right here. I think I might have it backwards. Which is, yeah, is this one. There's also a regular 4K edition with like a slipcover and stuff, which use this picture, I think. Yeah. And that's what it looks like. There's John and his new dog that he gets. Okay, so there goes that one. So let me put the backing back on just to help protect it. And then we also have the steelbook for Parabellum, the 4K one that is, because there is one for it was like regular Blu-ray. I think it was at Target. Yeah. It's very cool. Looks like a painting. Yeah, get the backing off of it. But yeah, knowing all the action and stuff, especially with the way it sounds, all that, really, really good job on the sound design. Even just the regular quality, like the colors and stuff, it looks really, really good. So yeah, definitely want to see where John Wick is going to go after this one. And yeah. All right. And then last up is on a series of 3 movies, which got a real big re-release. I'm really glad it did. And that is Back to the Future, the 35th anniversary limited edition trilogy. Awesome. Really glad it's got a re-release. Or eventually got another release. And I'll show you guys all the steelbooks. I did do a video on this, so feel free to check that out. So here is the first one, Back to the Future. And there you see parts of the DeLorean. There you see Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox, Doc Brown, all that. There's Back to the Future 2, or Part 2. As it says, there you see Fox on the hoverboard. I believe he's also wearing the shoes that tie themselves. That's awesome. Here is Back to the Future Part 3. It's more like the Western one, but still really fun. And let me go ahead and form the DeLorean here. Okay, let's see if I can hold these up. Hopefully you guys can make that out. There it is. Really, really cool. Love how they did that. And yeah, Back to the Future. Awesome set of films. Really glad I got a re-release. Or got a newer one. And yeah, that does it for our 4K collection as it stands right now. Oh, quality for the Back to the Future movies is very, very good. Because that was something I was reading about, that this was getting, like, I think, like an overhaul, kind of. I think they were going in and really, trying to make it look very good. And they did a great job. Sound, picture quality, all the colors and stuff. Especially when we get to this scene, where he's on the hoverboard and stuff. It just looks really, really good. Of course, you get the classic theme for Back to the Future. Awesome. Very, very nice. And yeah, so now let's display a few of these. So let's put, let's pick some random ones. Let's put that there. Let's put, okay, let's put 300. And then let's put, yeah, let's put a couple steelbooks here. So yeah, feel free to ask questions and stuff, because I'm about to, look at the comments and then check them out. All right. Yeah, any releases you guys are looking for on 4K? There are a bunch that I want to check out eventually. Just waiting for more. I know there's a bunch of other older films that are, I think, going to get 4K releases that are coming up, which is awesome. And then, what's another steelbook? So let's, let's put, oh, yeah, let's do this. Okay, got it. There we are. Okay. There's some of them. Yeah, look really good. And yeah, 4K, the format, I think this is getting better. I have been hearing or reading articles about how there's possibly going to be another one. I think it's like 8K. I think that's an actual thing. The whole 8K, possibly being the next one after Blu-ray and then 4K and all that. Just wondering how that's going to happen, how that's going to work. Because I imagine players for those are going to be even higher than the 4K ones. But yeah, quality-wise, you do have some hit and misses. But whether it was with sound, video quality, the colors and stuff. Some, the HDR, high dynamic range, is what it stands for. Sometimes it just doesn't quite hit the right spot. But I think that just comes with the territory, especially if it's like an older movie. But even some new ones, like Quantum of Solace, one I mentioned, it's just that 4K just doesn't quite look that great. It's really weird. Yeah, the 4K does it, but the regular Blu-ray looks fine. So yeah, it's really kind of odd. Kind of depends on the release. I would definitely do like some research on it, especially if it's like a big box set that you're looking to get, or just a regular film in general. Whether it's a catalog title or independent movie or comic book film, anything like that. And let me get to the comment here. Oh, here's one. Okay. Looks like this one. So, have you seen? Let's see. Have you seen 1988 anime movie Akira? 1998 anime movie Spriggan, and 5 Final Destination movies. Yes, I have. We actually have Akira. Awesome, awesome film. That is getting a 4K release. I'm curious to know how that is gonna work. Oh, Tinja. Oh, I'll get to your question in a second. Let's see. Spriggan, I have seen. I thought that was fun. It was a different one. I think I saw that on one of the movie channels randomly. I think it was on Stars. And then the 5 Final Destination films. Yes, I have seen those. There was rumors after the last one that there was going to be another one. I'm not sure if that's still a thing because that was years ago. So yeah, I think it's like maybe scripts floating around. And yeah, I'd be curious to see how they're gonna do it, especially with today's technology and stuff. Let's see. So it's by Tim. Hi. So please excuse my ignorance, but what is the difference between Blu-ray and 4K Ultra HD? Um, from what I can gather with it, it's just like a higher quality, maybe resolution as well, maybe higher bit rate. The high dynamic range, is supposed to like make the picture more sharper. Colors are supposed to pop more. Also, I think just the overall scope of things is supposed to be improved. And but some of them like seem like they're 4K, but they're not. Because there are some titles. I'm not sure if any of these are like that. Not from what I recall, but I have heard of some titles coming out where it it's a 4K title, but it's not really that. Like it doesn't look like there's really any high dynamic range applied at all, which is really weird. So yeah, the difference, it kind of depends on the movie, but some of them you can definitely tell the difference. Top Gun is one of them. Blade Runner is really good. 300, you can definitely tell. Mulan definitely has like some differences. Now with animation, I think it's a little bit harder, possibly because Onward looks really good, but that's a CG film. When it's a 2D movie, I think it's a little bit different. But Mulan looks good. But you do have some scenes that don't quite look as well. It's just maybe just to deal with the transfer and how it works. But yeah, thank you guys for your questions. And yeah, with that, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. And just got to figure out what I'm going to do for the next one. Feel free to leave some ideas if you want to. And also, what do you guys think of all the 4K movies that I have shown today? Are there any... Sorry about that. Are there any specific ones you're looking to get? Any ones you're looking forward to? Are there any movies or... whether it's animated or live action, CG, that you want to get a 4K release? I know there's a bunch that I would love to see, and others that I'm waiting for. So yeah, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.